One of my neighbors to the south had a group of illegals that came to their door and wanted food, and they couldn't feed them, and so they sent them on their way, and the next stop was my place, and they stole my truck and vandalized another vehicle, trying to get it started so they could steal it also.
My son was living on a ranch I have leased up at Sunazona. He was gone for the night. They came in, they cooked all the food he had in his... They ate what was in the refrigerator, then they thawed out and cooked everything in the freezer. Then they took his hair clippers, gave themselves a hair, all buzzed their hair short, piled the hair in the front door. He had a small safe with about $5,000 worth of gold and silver coins. He had the key hidden 3 rooms away under the carpet. That house had no baseboards. And he slid it. They found the key, got his coins, got 2 guns, locked the safe up and took the key with him so he could never use it again. Took all and stole a truck at Dan White's farm the next morning, and the Border Patrol has pictures of him going into Mexico.
Ernesto is Hispanic. He has a green card. His wife is a medical tech, and they worked for my uncle. They lived about 3 miles from Tombstone, and the Border Patrol checkpoint is about 1.5 miles from Tombstone. And Ernesto called and wanted to know who to call because he was extremely concerned because he had found a load and abandoned vehicles, and he was afraid for his family, and he's a Hispanic. So I called the Border Patrol, and they gave me the Tombstone checkpoint to call, and when I called, they never came. So we're only talking about 4 or 5 miles, and they never came.
My daughter has. There were 2 of them tried to get in the house when she was home alone. One of them stole a knife out of my shop and had it behind his back. This was a month before 9/11.
And what was his...
There were 2 of them. They wanted to ride or to use the phone. They wanted to come in and use the phone or for her to give them a ride.
And they're Middle Eastern people, or...?
Yep.
Yeah.
Excuse me. She wouldn't do either one. And they said, "We know you're home alone," and she said, "No, my dad's on another part of the ranch and he'll be right back." And they finally left, and she called the Border Patrol and the police department and a friend of ours who lives 20 miles away. She got there first. Then came the Border Patrol and the Sheriff's Department. Both agencies saw both guys, and they both got away. The neighbor to my west, Jesse Grassman, found a Koran in a backpack, and Larry Vance down close to Douglas found a prayer rug. The OTMs are what are unbelievable coming across the border. There's been
OTMs?
Other than Mexican.
Oh.
That's the Border Patrol designation.
Okay.
And there's tons of them. Donnie Kimball had Chinese walk into his house. There's every nationality you can imagine. The Middle Easterners are spending time in Mexico. They teach them. They put them in Mexican clothes. They teach them rudimentary Spanish to where they can sometimes even fool the Border Patrol. And away they come. And who's to say 9/11 wasn't perpetrated? Those guys took training here in Arizona, flight training. Who's to say they didn't walk across the border here?